Okay, okay, now I think I'm live. I'm not sure, but it's Admiral Goss here. Now, I know I'm like super late, but Middle Earth Shadow of War, there's a big debacle about this game. About how the fact that when you got to apparently season 4, if I'm correct, or yeah, after the Arc 3, people apparently had trouble and they look at how much hours I put in this game. 319 hours and 17 minutes. 98% of the game. All legit. Now, well, obviously I'm not gonna snow modding. But I'm about to tell you, I haven't spent a dime on this game. Well, when it had microtransactions, which do not exist anymore, but I never spent a dime on this game. Now, why? Because this game is about grinding. I mean, well, not really grinding, more so taking time to do something to get everything perfectly done, how you want it to be done. Now, if you want to rush, well, you're going to have a harder time, obviously, in this game, because this game is about taking time out to do something. Okay? If you want a specific orc, you have to take time out to get that orc. If you want everything to be easy while you're doing a raid, freaking castle raid. It took me 2 to 3 hours or even 4 to get my team ready to control all the orcs on the map so that I can start attacking the castle or fortress. Okay. Now, I control everyone on this map. And that's because I did that. I made that happen. And now, yes, since I got the gold edition of this game, I received some chests for free. But yeah, that gave me a slight better edge from most people who didn't pre-order the game, because that was a pre-order edition. Well, only for the gold, but actually the pre-order was the Domination Sword. I'm sorry, this happened a while ago, so I don't remember it very well. But if you got for every person who got the gold edition and is complaining about that the microtransactions were there because season 4 and made endless grinding, that's all bullshit. I'm gonna tell you up right now. That's bullcrap. Yeah, you want to know why? Because you didn't take the time to do what you wanted to do, or to take the time to get everything ready. Now, in Shadow of Mordor, this was the same. You had to take the time to meticulously do stuff in this game, just like in Shadow of Mordor. Now, this game had it had giant improvements compared to Shadow of War. Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of War is a completely superior game, and better. But we're not here for that. We're here for the fact that there was a problem that other people stated, which I feel that is incorrect. I have not spent a dime on this game, and I went through Arc 4 without a problem. I actually thought Season 3 was the last arc, and did not continue for a while. I waited for a while before I went and continued the missions, because I didn't know there was an Arc 4. I thought Arc 3 was the finish. It was, the last arc. At least that's what I presumed. At least that's what it showed itself to be. But actually, if you didn't meticulously go through the game, you won't get the ending you like. And that's because you didn't put the time or effort to get that done. It's not grinding, it's time and effort that you get to get what you want out of this game. If you put the time and effort, you get a reward. Not that you endlessly grind and you get nothing. That's Destiny 2, okay? That's, Destiny. No, even in Destiny 1, you grind endlessly and you actually got rewarded for it. This is basically Destiny 2's cupcake, you know? We're talking about endlessly grinding and getting nowhere. But, not Shadow of War. I will tell you that now. All I have to do now is do this. Fight pits, because I literally have nothing else to do. Well, as to upgrade my followers at least. I could do endless sieges, but that's just trying to shoot myself in the foot, knowing that my orcs aren't strong enough yet. Well, now this fortress is not strong enough. I have 2 fortresses that are, if I'm correct, are up on level. One fortress I'm 100% sure is of level, which is Saragast. This is forgot which fortress this one was. I don't remember. It's Golgoroth. Well, in this one I didn't really like put time on these guys. Like, to be honest, I was on Saragast for a very long time. Like, to be honest, I feel that every fortress is like its own freaking like small game. Like, to be honest, you could stay in the whole game in one fortress, doing endless sieges in that fortress. And in one siege, you might lose that fortress, and you will have to put more hours in the game. But see, even though you have to put more hours in the game, I feel that you get more out of doing that than you would just doing the game how I play it. Because if I lose this fortress now, I have an opportunity to level up every single character in this board to level 80 to my level. I'll also show you the way I have my character. I have the character how I play, my play style. I like dominating over killing most, but my character is both an attack. See, the build I have is just all darkness armor. Show you my inventory now. All darkness, dagger, darkest longbow, darkest armor. Of course, to my standards, there's different armor. I know most people be complaining, why aren't you using the new, you know, to be honest, that the Wraith armor, Ring Wraiths. To be honest, I don't really feel that they're really useful. Well, for my playstyle, at least, they're like subpar to me, to be honest. I feel that was an undermining factor, being a Ring Wraith. I'd rather not be. I'd rather be Talion. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they all have interesting abilities and all, but it's really just not. They're like, but as I digress. We were really here for for the reason of that people, for some strange reason, like when I first heard that this was a problem, which I didn't catch on that this was a problem until like a couple of months after the game came out, after I had already beaten it. It took me about a week, I think a week or 2 weeks to beat this game, like straight. Like, I sat down and this is all I played, and I didn't regret any. I loved every minute of it, to be honest. And that's because I was able to control everything.
This is where your journey ends. The fort was never mine. It was always his fort. His fort, always.
This is the first to of my characters against each other.
You can have the fort.
And that's a warlord, if I'm correct. Well, I never knew that happened. Well, whatever. I lose one more character. It doesn't matter to me. He didn't seem to be a good fighter anyways. And then again, it wasn't. This is not much of a fight. You know, Orlogs in this game just have an overbearing... just an overbearing advantage against all the other orcs. Like, I've been hear people complain about that. Like, you just saw that Bruise was a level 66, and my man was a level 80, and he could barely do anything to Bruise. I don't think that's normal. At least that shouldn't be normal. Well, whatever. I was a little taken aback by that. I'm sorry. I kind of stopped talking a little there. As I was saying, I never had a problem. I know I'm repeating myself, but this is to get the point across. I never had a single problem with advancing in this game. And if you want to... and they added things. So, the only time you actually need to grind, like, what I consider a grind, I guess most other people consider differently. Well, a large majority of people apparently consider differently. But what I consider a grind is trying to farm something endlessly. What I do farm, I don't really farm anymore because I get all the high quality armor and just delete it. And I have most of all the currency I ever need. But what you were able to do in this game, in the market, was farm the currency. In the game, I forgot what the currency is called, to be honest. Guess when modifying gear. Mirian. Okay, it's called Mirian. Now, you could farm the hell out of Mirian. Like, you have literal abilities, and they have armor, so you can put on, so you can get more Mirian. And what exactly you did with this Mirian is you would go to the store, or... well, they don't have a store anymore. But you were able to go to the store, and you were able to buy the boxes you needed. The chests you wanted, you could have bought in them with the Mirian. I don't know why there was complaining. I literally farmed the Mirian for an hour, and I got all the boxes I ever needed for the whole game. You see how much followers I still have? In Garrison, I have 94. And then I have 54 things I have orders that I can upgrade them with. I don't know why people were complaining. This wasn't a problem. All you had to do was farm for an hour or two, or find an efficient way to farm. And if you want an efficient way to farm, I can upload a video after this if you like. You just comment, like, subscribe my thing, or write comments down on my video telling me I'll make a dedicated video for people to farm. Like, I should do this in the beginning. I didn't know this was going to be a problem. I didn't think it was going to be a problem because I thought people had the common sense and decency to understand that when they bought Shadow of War, or when they bought Middle-earth, like people who previously played Mordor especially, that it was going to be a very time-consuming game. That's what Shadow of War is. No, that's what the Middle-earth games are. They're time consumers. The reason they are time consumers is because if you want the best outcome in these games, you have to consume a large amount of time. It's not grinding. It's not an endless grind fest at all. And if it's a grind fest, that's because you did it to yourself, not because that's what the game is doing to you. I never had any problems in this game. I would spend hours. Actually, I thanked the game when it fucked me in the ass. When it told me to go F yourself. When it killed me by mistake in a siege. And you know why? because I was able to upgrade all the orcs to my level right away with no problem. Otherwise, it would be a endless hassle. That's the only problems I have with this game. The only problem I have with this game is that it's a hassle to level up my orcs to my level. Otherwise, I don't have any problems with this game. Actually, I praise this game endlessly. And I'm not a shill. I am not a shill. Okay? Don't sit there and label me a shill because I praise this game. I have already given you the mechanics of how and why this game is good. Now, there are certain problems I have with this game, such as I wish that I knew more about my orcs that I rule, you know? I wish I had more of an integral part into learning their characters instead of having all these one or two liners or this sentence they just say and oh, that's their character, you know? Those are my gripes with this game. Other than that, I don't have any gripes with this game. It's a really good game, but yet people, of course, it's always something. They want to complain. Oh, I don't have endless. Then don't buy the game. If you don't have endless hours to put into this game, and I'm not saying you have to put endless hours into this game, at most, you should put a good 50 to 60 hours in this game, and you should have a great outcome. It's not rocket science. You control all the orcs in the map, or you find a way to control all the orcs in the map, and you shouldn't have a problem after that. Oh, but that's a well, what the hell did you sign up for after you bought this game? What, did you think you were gonna walk in and you were gonna automatically be the leader of all these orcs? No, that's not what Shadow of War is. That's not what the Middle-earth series that Monolith was trying to portray to you, okay? It's just not it. Ugh. I think I'm finished. I don't think I have to have any more to tell you. I think I've laid it out to you the best platter I could. Yes, I added some salt and pepper to this platter too. Hope you like it. Well, okay. That's the end for my video. You guys have a good one. Oh wait. Like, subscribe, comment. Please comment, because I want all the haters to start commenting. I want those who could listen to comment, because I want to see if you really know what you're talking about. Because obviously it's like no one understood the mechanics of the game or understood what they were getting into when they bought the game. So that's not my problem. That's yours as a consumer. If you bought this game just because someone said it was good, then you didn't look into this game. Now, when I bought Shadow of Mordor, I didn't look into this game. I actually watched somebody who was having fun on the game, and I bought it. And then I was like, oh, well, you can have fun after you've done a lot of things. After you strenuously build your character, and you build a solid team. And also, you know what I actually really love more about Shadow of War than Shadow of Mordor? Is that if you notice, the garrison, the troops you used to get from chests are weaker than the characters in the game. Like, the characters that get generated, or the orcs, I mean, that get generated in the game. Now, this is not 100% truth. You can make those orcs stronger as well, or just as good, per se. I'll get into another video to explain this. This video is already almost 20 minutes long. Okay, you guys have a good one. Thanks for listening. If you got this far, like, subscribe, do what you like. Really, I'm just here to tell you what are my thoughts about this debacle that others had a problem with that I didn't. Okay, you guys have a good one.